welcome back to my channel. Just quickly going to talk a little bit about some news concerning Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. If you guys just give this IFL TV new upload a watch, this an interview with Eddie Hearn. I'll leave a link in the description box so you can watch it. It does really go in depth. The fight's still on. Obviously, there's a lot of back and forth between both camps in regards to who's saying the truth, who's saying and who's telling a lie. Honestly, I don't really care anymore because this has really dragged on for too long. Now, Hearn has offered Wilder a fight in September for $5 million, which would be at least twice as much of his highest purse, and also an extra $15 million if he does sign for the Joshua fight in the fight scheduled for April next year. That will be in Wembley. Now, considering if you went back yesterday when everything like exploded, and you can just watch this here, basically Wilder just going off claiming that Hearn doesn't want the fight, Joshua doesn't want the fight, everyone's scared, no one wants to fight him. Honestly, the fight's out there, take the fight. If you guys, honestly, I'll just say, you know what, listen to the video, listen to everything that's being said. I don't want to start going into who doesn't want the fight and who doesn't want the fight. We all know, and it's clear to see that Hearn is trying to make the fight. AJ, both parties want the fight. Wilder probably wants the fight, but in between here, someone's not telling the truth. But this is the part here that really scares me. Wilder says, "Stop with the bullshit. We did it all, you fuckers. Didn't want this work. You scared MFers." He says, "You talk shit, but can't back nothing up. You coward. And now people see the truth. I'm happy it's over. I'm happy it's over." What does that mean? I'm happy it's over now. And this obviously came out the same day where Povetkin, the Povetkin Joshua mandatory was called. And you have to remember, this mandatory was called 2 months ago. Now, they've been trying to stall. And people keep saying, you know what, why don't they just hold up the fight and ask for an exception? And an exception can only be signed if can only be granted if there's already a signed contract. Now, there's no signed contract between both parties here. And so therefore, you know, the fight cannot be guaranteed. Now, there's an option for this fight to take place in April, which is kind of what everyone thought. You know, we already thought that Wilder was going to fight Brazil, so he can as well go ahead and have his fight against Brazil, while Joshua can have a defense against Povetkin, which by no means is an easy fight. But the contract's still on floor. The contract is still on the ground. Deontay signed the contract. Eddie has said he's going to sign the contract. Finkel says there's only 2 points that needs clarification. So, you know, you guys do what you got to do. We want to see an undisputed champion. So now this $5 million that's been offered, Wilder is free to choose any fight he wants. He can choose between the Brazil fight if he wants to fight anyone that he's fought before. He can definitely do that. I mean, obviously, we know Wilder, he likes to recycle his opponents. But, you know, let him do whatever he needs to do. And then he signs this, and that guarantees the fight in April. This is it's a good breakthrough because, I mean, honestly, the fight's still on. Both parties just need to put their egos aside. This fight, between both fights, Wilder gets to make about $20 million. And that's going to be more than any person is going to make fighting bums. So definitely, I mean, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be agreed right now, because considering Wilder did come out a few weeks before and said, "Oh, I'm just going to look for the tweet." He says something about, "Well, I've agreed to all your terms. The ball is in your court right now, so all you just have to do is sign." So I mean, if they agreed to all the terms, and maybe they had the 2 sticking points, then obviously I don't think any yet. So this is it here. It says the $50 million offer for me to fight is still available today. I even agreed to the offer to fight Joshua next in the UK if he prefers the fight. So he agreed to fight in the UK. So I'm gonna assume if there are two sticking points, that can get all sorted, and then all we just need to do is sign the fight for April, because I don't see who else Wilder is gonna fight in the division that AJ hasn't fought, because by come September, come October, AJ would have fought pretty much one of all top four opponents in the division, which is Parker, White, Povetkin, and also Wilder signed the contract, AJ signed the contract, and let's get Undisputed going. It's MC Boxing. I'm out.